What's good, everybody? It's Jay Coffee Talk. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe to the channel real quick and hit that notification bell. We cover it all over here: music, sports, news, current events, all that good stuff. And I drop daily content, so you're going to want to be subbed up to the channel. You know what I'm saying? So you can get these videos as they drop. Now, listen, there's a lot going on the West Coast. Now, this is some stuff that I've covered in other videos. If y'all want to go check out the other videos, you can find them on my channel. But if you guys need some links or whatever, just let me know. I'll definitely hit you with the links in the comments. And as always, guys, if you're new to my channel and you ain't know, it's all about hearing what you guys, the people, got to say about the topics that we're discussing. So I want to hear what y'all think about this, man. Like, there's a whole lot going on the West. And the common denominator seems to be Wack100. You know what I mean? It all kind of stems from that audio that we heard of, was it going on 2 weeks now or so, where Wack was speaking about Nipsey Hussle. And, you know, that audio is still never leaked. I said that in a recent video that I did as well. We've never actually heard that audio. You know, it came out through one of the, an Instagram blog account. And, they were saying, we're going to drop this audio. We're going to drop this audio. Wack was talking foul about Nip. And then, Wack called in to bomb first and discussed that. But that's the audio that we heard, was when he called in to bomb first. It wasn't the actual audio. But anyways, basically, a whole lot of people are kind of interwoven through all this stuff going on. And as I said, Wack is the common denominator. And, I'm just going to kind of go over it all. Now, as I said, word hit, Wack was talking, foul about Nipsey. And then Wack came out on his own and said, yeah, I'm aware of what y'all are talking about. He didn't deny it, which is why I'm surprised the actual audio has never made its way out. Wack has stated that he thought he was just talking with someone and, in confidence. This wasn't something that, was meant for everyone to hear exactly. And like I said, I want to know what y'all think about this, because in the other videos that I've done, I've gotten mixed reactions. You know what I mean? There's people that have said, hey, I am offended by what Wack said. That's foul. Fuck Wack. I hope he gets fucked up. Wack's always running his mouth, etc. How dare he speak about Nip? Then there's other people that have came out and kind of, said, hey, I agree with what Wack was saying, as far as, how Wack came out and said, like, what happened to Nip. He should have known what time it was when you're in the streets, etc. I'm not going to go over every single thing Wack has said. I'm sure, we're all aware of what, he came out and said. But I want to know what you guys think, because I've really heard mixed reviews in the comments on the other videos I've done. There's people that, said, hey, I feel what Wack was saying. I agree with some of the stuff he's saying. Then there's people, like I said, who's mad and feel all, on all ends of the spectrum and somewhere in between on Wack's comments. Now, when he called in to bomb first, as I was speaking about, that was his way of kind of smoothing this all out. Well, since then, that went over kind of well, I guess, with the people. Like, things kind of started to fade away, where people weren't as mad. I don't want to say fade away, but people were just kind of saying, okay, yeah, at least he backed up his claims, what he said. And then more recently, when he went on No Jumper, he discussed the same kind of stuff. But you know what I'm saying? He got a little more comfortable and started kind of getting a little cocky, coming out with little jokes, adding a little extra stuff to what he was saying. And BlueFace was with him, and BlueFace, was kind of laughing and, like, oh, Wack, you crazy, kind of gassed the Wack up a little bit. And that's when Killa Twan of All Money In, one of Nipsey's homies, as I said, I covered this on another blog. Go check that one out if you want to hear more about this story individually. But, Killa Twan came out and put out the tweet, to BlueFace, where he told him, I want that fade, I'll fuck you up, etc. And then BlueFace has came out and tweeted and deleted saying, why didn't you fuck up, old boy that, did what he did. And you'll see the screenshot of that popping up. And that's just kind of wild, man. I was surprised to see BlueFace actually come out and do this. As we see, he tweeted and deleted, though. Like, that's not gangster, man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, I heard someone else who did a blog on this earlier was saying, man, nowadays, man, if you post and delete, tweet and delete, someone's going to have that information, man. It's going to be out there. So you might as well have left it up and stood on what you were saying. So it's just kind of wild, man. Like, all this stuff all coming out, coming around from the comments that Wack100 has said. Now, other people also have came out and said that they didn't really feel BlueFace was disrespectful on No Jumper. You know what I'm saying? That he didn't really say much. In my opinion, the way he was laughing was kind of type disrespectful, but that's out the window now, whether you thought BlueFace was really, what he said or didn't say, or his actions on No Jumper were disrespectful because of the tweet. You know what I mean? The way he put that tweet out, that's not that type of energy. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you respond like that, that's, you're trying to get to the bullshit. And, as we continue on with this, another artist who's kind of wrapped up in this whole situation is Snoopy Badazz, who, if y'all haven't seen, has been going back and forth with Wack recently, as they had some old issues from some time ago where DMs got leaked, phone calls got, recorded phone calls got leaked between the two of them, where we heard the audio where Wack100 was, kind of shitting on the game, basically talking about, it's all that about the image, game ain't really got them stripes like that. And then, we seen some other stuff that Wack leaked out, texts and things like that between him and Snoopy, but then they squashed that issue. You know what I mean? This, like I said, this is going back like a year and a half ago, and they squashed the issue, and different things came into play with this. You know what I mean? Like, this just wasn't rap politics. There was street politics involved with this, and different things happened like that. But that's besides the point. What we're talking about is going on now. Snoopy came out recently over this past week and had been smashing on Wack, posting on the gram. I'm sure y'all seen it on Instagram or on YouTube through different bloggers putting out, these videos covering what was going on between the two of them, where he was just saying, yo, Wack, I feel like you're a bitch. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about Nip, speaking on this audio and his comments about Nipsey Hussle and this alleged audio or whatever. And, hey, the whole way you handled everything between us was fugazi. You know what I'm saying? We could have handled it all private, and you put it all out there for the gram. Then we squashed it, and I still hear you're talking shit. You pay your way out of fades. Like, you're a fuck boy, basically. And through all that, he's also been saying, that him in the game are good money. You know what I'm saying? That they're still cool, and he has no issue with game. And he's also came out and said that, the game helped name his upcoming EP, which is about to drop, and that he was also supposed to sign a deal with Game's Prolific Records. So basically saying like Wack salted the deal. So it's just kind of crazy, man. Like I said, there's all these different people, Snoopy Badazz and Wack's going at it. Killa Twan is upset with Wack and BlueFace over his comments. And it's all just like Wack is that common denominator, as I said multiple times. But it's just for real. We've seen this ever since Wack knocked Stitches out. That was kind of his rise to fame through Instagram, for the hip-hop fans. That's what I want to reiterate to everyone. I'm covering this as a fan of hip-hop, someone who follows the music and follows the different things like that going on. This isn't on no street shit. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some street politics involved with this all and everything like that. But that's not the way I'm looking at things. You know what I'm saying? I'm covering it from the entertainment, aspect, following these different artists in the rap game. And like I said, ever since Wack KO'd Stitches, we saw him in all different kinds of situations with the whole Tupac movie. You know what I mean? Different people taking issues with things that he said with that. Then we seen the issue that he had with Mano was based off of an interview that Wack did, some things that he said that he regretted. Who else we seen him go at it with? YG, um, my bro Spider Loke. Like, we've seen Wack go at it with so many people, and that's kind of what's going on now is with all this, different issues that everyone has with him right now. It just kind of goes to show that it does all catch up to you. Now, I will say this, Wack100 always seems to have some kind of ace up his sleeve, so we'll have to wait and see how this all plays out. Now, that's something also that Snoopy Badazz was saying in the posts where he was dissing Wack, was saying, in some other posts where he was hollering at Killa Twan, he was saying, listen, Wack's out right now probably trying to holler at people from your hood, and, been trying to holler at people from my hood and different things like that. That's what he tries to do. He tries to move around and, work off different politics and networking that he's done, doing favors and different things like that for people. But, he's saying, fuck that. Like, let's just settle this between you and me. And I don't know, what do y'all think about all this with Wack100 and all these different issues? And I got to say something, too, I want to put out there is that the Killa Twan situation, which, like I said, I spoke about this in the video that I covered that whole situation, individually. I don't think that he's playing around in any ways. I don't think that he's looking at this as any kind of, rap shit or anything like that. I feel like he's personally, just upset, mad, and really wants to, get to scrapping with these dudes. You know what I mean? Because all money in, all these guys, Jay Stone, Killa Twan, Boss Hog, who's a dude that we saw call out Game. He was unhappy with the way Game, was using Prolific, with the merge and Prolific Records and everything like that. These guys all seem, with Nip, it was more than just, they were on his label. This all seems like the whole All Money In is all really close and really tight. And, they're not feeling the disrespect. So the Killa Twan Wack shit, BlueFace, shit, man, I don't know, man. Like, I'm sure there's some things going on behind the scenes right now, where phone calls are being made and things like that, trying to iron this out and, see if they can come to some kind of resolution. But I don't know, man. Like, I get the feeling, and from different things I've heard and seen about this dude, he's not playing around at all by any means. But anyways, man, I want to hear what all you guys think about this. All the fans of hip hop and, everyone out there. Tap in the comments and let me know what you guys think about all this. Like I said, with Wack being kind of in the middle of everything, what are your thoughts on all the different issues? Wack and Snoopy, Wack and BlueFace and Killa Twan's issue, the Game, him kind of standing off to the side of this as he's cool with some of these other artists. As we all know, Game, fucks with Nip, fuck with Nip and everything like that, and seems to be on good terms with all the dudes from All Money In, with the exception of Boss Hog. I don't know, if they were able to, to sort that out and everything like that, but it's just kind of crazy. Like, same thing with the Snoopy Badazz situation, where he's saying, yo, the Game's my man, but I don't fuck with Wack. And then, the Game's kind of standing off to the side of that. And then same thing with Killa Twan and everything. He's very upset with Wack and BlueFace, but then, the Game, is trying to show all this love to Nip. It's just kind of crazy, you know what I mean? Like, he's just, I don't know, man. There's got to be some crazy conversations going on behind the scenes where where the game in Wack, he's like, yo, Wack, man, like, what's going on with all this? It really makes you wonder, you know what I mean? But tap in the comments, y'all. Let me know your thoughts on all this. It's J Coffee Talk. Subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. I blog at all sports, music, news, life, current events, and much more. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Don't forget that bell so you can stay, you know, up to date for all the updates I drop and everything like that. I'll catch you guys on the next video. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.